Hi everyone, welcome back to the Accent Designer. I'm Osama Ghazal, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about 5 investing apps that I believe are very well designed, even though they target completely different types of users. So without any further ado, let's get into it. The first app, which pretty much represents my main investing platform, is Wealthsimple. Wealthsimple has been created with the beginner's mindset in consideration. So when you open up the app, it's very simple. You can easily, well, no pun intended, but you can pretty much find everything at a glance. You don't really have to read anything, any extensive resources, or try to discover or investigate what's going on, or oh my god, things look pretty intimidating. It's super straightforward, and it pretty much offers what's being promised. You're a beginner, you're low on budget, Wealthsimple is absolutely the perfect app for this. However, in my opinion, those who have more knowledge and experience in the stock market can take certain advantage of the features and the way Wealthsimple has been designed or has been built. So the main things that make Wealthsimple very competitive: number one, it's completely free to trade and invest. And by the way, you can buy TFSA or invest in TFSA as well as trade in stocks on Wealthsimple, and also crypto that has recently been added to the platform. But it's mainly known for TFSA investing and stock investing. So you can absolutely do that for free without any transaction fees. Number two, they have this premium model. You pay $3 a month and you get access to instant money transfer. So if you're trying to add money to your wallet in the app, you don't necessarily have to wait 3 to 5 business days on every transaction. If the amount you're transferring is below $1,000, it actually shows up in your account instantaneously. And the third feature is absolutely one of my favorite, is fraction investing. So certain stocks like Tesla, like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, these are like giant stocks and companies on the market, and it's not very easy for myself and just to like a lot more investors to buy in. So what you can do is buy a fraction of these stocks. Similar to how people buy Bitcoin these days, right? So this is absolutely one of my favorite features. So far, it's still limited, but they plan to expand it and just, make it cover more stocks in the near future. One of the implied features, or one of the implied pros in Wealthsimple, in my opinion, when I started using it, I was very, naive. I didn't really know a lot about the market. So I was just trying to find ways to add this extra layer of commitment to study more and just like force myself to understand more about the stock market. And actually finding Wealthsimple so easy to use like that made it very quick to buy in stocks. And that, the consequence of that was basically me just hurrying to other platforms like Yahoo Finance, which I'm going to be talking about next, and try to educate myself more about what the fundamentals are, what each ratio means in the stock market, what the difference between a current ratio and price to book ratio, so on and so forth. So if you are really serious about it and you want to get into the stock market, Wealthsimple is a great start because you can invest for free. And at the same time, you found a great motivation to educate yourself and learn more about it. The second app I want to talk to you guys about is Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance is only watch list and tracking kind of tool, so you can't place trades or investment orders on Yahoo Finance, but you can build things like watch list, you can build screeners, presets, chart templates, so on and so forth. And Yahoo Finance has been built for a completely separate group of users, those who have more knowledge, those who have enough experience to dabble in the nitty-gritty details in every company, read the financial statements, income statements, cash flow statements, basically those who are heavy on technical analysis and fundamental analysis, trying to understand more about the company, and trying to basically take better investment decisions. So that's basically what Yahoo Finance represents to me. Over time, when I started investing more and more in Wealthsimple, I was always on a hunt for other tools that I can understand and enjoy using on my phone, because I know as shallow as it sounds for a lot of people, I'm a mobile first kind of investor, so I don't really like, or I don't prefer using desktop to invest, because I know what kind of news I'm looking for and I know what kind of stocks I'm interested in. So my phone is enough for me. But hey, that's me. I'm not giving any investment advice or whatsoever. I'm just talking about what really works for me and why I prefer using these platforms. So Yahoo Finance is way more advanced. You can find things like analyst reports. You can follow other catalysts and see what they think of the stock market, where things are headed, so on and so forth. You can download things like Excel sheets of the financial statements of a certain company. Basically more fundamental tools for the long-term investors. So the common denominator here, if we're talking about Wealthsimple or if we're talking about Yahoo Finance, it's mostly geared towards long-term investors and not necessarily, like, there are tools on Yahoo Finance that I can see short-term traders or option traders use, but it wasn't primarily built for that. So if you're a long-term investor, 5 years and more, I guess these two platforms are such a great start for you. The third tool I would like to talk to you guys about is the company I work for is called the Globe and Mail. For me, the Globe and Mail is such a great place to stay up to date with the most recent news and updates and breaking news, so on and so forth. And if you're investing in any Canadian stocks, Globe and Mail is like one of the best, if not the best, to cover the Canadian market. It's Canadian focused, it's Canadian publisher, reporters and analysts on it. They are very invested in the Canadian market, so they offer really great insights and advice for the members and long-term investors. Much like Yahoo Finance, Globe and Mail is mainly for watch list tracking, screeners, fundamental tools, and analyst reports. So you can't really place any investment orders on it because you don't really deal with any brokerage firms on it. But it's great to just keep all your watch lists into one place. And to me, the biggest competitive edge the Globe and Mail has is the analyst reports. They really have super custom and accurate reports that the analysts publish on a daily and weekly basis, and it's curated to each industry and each stock. But in order to get it, you need to become a premium subscriber. Now moving on to Webull. It's an American-based app that offers what I call the all-in kind of tools for investors and traders. However, I really like the UI. Is very well organized. They did a great job using colors to indicate certain actions, and I really like the approach they have in there. It's very focused on community, so you can see a lot of conversations going on in there, and of course they support that by staying up to date with earnings calls. Similar to Yahoo Finance, you can also find earnings calls on Yahoo Finance, but in Webull they tie earnings calls to option trading, and that's the reason why I use Webull in the first place. So I'm based in Canada. I can't really use or open accounts, like active trading account on Webull, because I'm not based in the United States. But to me, Webull is such a great resource to follow options. And to me, options is important, even though I'm not an option trader, but it's important to understand market volatility in a certain stock. So if I want to study like a brand new stock that I'm thinking about investing in, I go to Yahoo Finance in order to understand the fundamentals, just to look into the financial statement, income statement, cash flow statement. But in order to get a glance or have a top level understanding of what kind of momentum or hype this company slash stock may have, I go to Webull. However, that comes a little bit at the cost of having the interface seem to be a bit intimidating to some people. If you're new to investing and you open the canvas or open the phone screen, or even if you're using it on desktop, it looks a little bit intimidating because it's super advanced. It's not geared towards for those who are new to the market. So you have to be very, very experienced trader or investor in order to use Webull comfortably and have no issues navigating through all the tools and features they offer. The final app I want to talk to you guys about is Newton. And Newton is a Canadian-based exchange to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. I call Newton the Wealthsimple of cryptocurrency trading. It's super easy to use, very straight to the point. Once you log in and get your account verified, the first thing you see is the coins available that you can trade, and they have about like 40 or 42 coins. I don't exactly remember, but they have all the like the biggest stuff. They have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Lite, Cardano, you name it. You can find it on it, and the biggest pro we may have on Noon is it's completely free of charge. So you can buy and sell coins without having to pay any transaction fees, which is insane, right? And more importantly, it was my first interaction with cryptocurrency exchange. And just keep in mind, guys, this is not a wallet. So when you create an account, because again, in the beginning I was such a naive investor, like I was trying to learn on the go. So when I first created my account on Newton, I expected to generate a wallet key, because I didn't really at the time understand the difference between exchange platform, crypto exchange platform, and crypto wallet. So I thought there's something missing, and I just kept asking their support, and I have to give them a shout out because they had very hard time just trying to explain to me the difference between exchange platform for crypto versus crypto wallets. And it took them a lot of time, and for me just took a lot of time to understand the difference and let it marinate and feel safe enough to transfer my money and start investing. All right, these are the 5 apps I absolutely prefer for investing. They are very well designed, even though they target different groups of audience, but they were built in a very simple and straight to the point kind of approach, which is absolutely, in my opinion, brilliant, because they all managed to maintain one very important principle in the UX research process, which is speak the user's language. They basically didn't try to change what the traders and investors know and the language they speak. Not a single app of these 5 just came in and said, oh, I'm gonna be changing 100 years worth of trading legacy and come up with something that is completely new. No, they actually kept the same convention, they kept the same trading culture, tried to understand and speak the traders and investors language. Then they built an ecosystem around it. And by the way, you can be very, very creative in building this ecosystem. Like, being creative doesn't mean to reinvent the wheel, basically. I'll leave the links to all of them down in the description if you want to check the websites out. And by the way, there is no sponsorship or affiliate program in this video. I don't think I even have the followers to do so. So feel free to check them out and just educate yourself. And if you have any thoughts or ideas, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.